Hey guys, Professor here. As you all know, Overwatch is having a special event of Uprising, and the legendary level is actually quite difficult. So you want to have the best team possible to make this challenge. And for every composition I've ever seen or ever heard of, Bastion is the absolute core. He is a must pick because unlike the 6v6 mode, this one, the enemy AI will just come at you and they won't dodge your bullets or anything. So the Bastion, the sustainable DPS, the high DPS is absolutely a must in this fight. So Bastion takes one spot, and for the healer, I think Mercy is the absolute best and is almost another must pick. Mercy's role is pocket healing and boosting Bastion, and of course her resurrection is also comes in very handy in dire situations. And then for the tank, I recommend a shield tank, which means either Reinhardt or Orisa. Personally, I think Reinhardt is a little bit better because of his charge, his fire strike, and also his ult. The point for his charge and ult is that he can stun enemies, and this will come in handy, especially when you are facing Bastions or Exterminator or some other elite enemy forces. And now we come down to the fourth spot, and you can have a little bit of jiggling wiggly room over here. I think I've done this with Torbjorn, and the point of having Torbjorn is Torbjorn can throw armor, which gives everyone another 75 HP, which is very good. And also his turret has 300 HP, which is a good distraction for the enemy forces. And also when the enemy are just becoming overwhelming for you, you can use Molten Core to mitigate the situation. So Torbjorn is a good pick. I've also done this with another shield tank, which means we have both Reinhardt and Orisa on our team. And the advantage of doing this one is that you can have the shield up almost all the time, because Reinhardt can rest a little while his shield is low, and Orisa put on his I don't know, Orisa. I guess it's a her, right? Anyway, so you have two shield, which is also good. And I've also heard, like, I haven't done this myself, but I heard the fourth pick will be a D.Va. And the reason for choosing D.Va is D.Va's ult could come in handy because her ult can wipe out the whole map and give you a lot of breathing room. Okay, so after talking about team, that's kind of like the better situation you can get. You don't want anyone that is like Genji or Junkrat or some other thing. So it is quite hard if you're like solo queuing for this map because you don't have a teammate, you don't know your potential teammate have ever played this or not. And it could be very hard if you're just queuing up with a bunch of random people. So I strongly recommend you call up a few friends and you go in together and you try it out a few times together. In some sense, this is very much like progression in World of Warcraft. So you have a very difficult instance to challenge, and you won't get it in the first go. So you need to get familiar with the map, familiar with where and when and what type of enemies will be coming at you. And after everyone knows about like what they will be facing in this map, they can better position themselves and be ready for what's going after them. This map is relatively easy until this point. Like as you can see in the video, we're attacking the church over here. The church is not bad. So up to this point, I think this map is pretty okay. You can do with like any random guy you find killed up with, as long as you have a good team composition, like the one I mentioned before. Like have a Bastion, have a Mercy, have a Reinhardt, and have a decent fourth player. It becomes very difficult after the church when you are like protecting the payload, because at that time you'll be facing enemy Bastions, and the enemy Bastions will keep coming at you after the protecting the payload and securing and escorting the payload. So whenever a Bastion pops up, the enemy Bastion will be your absolute top priority. And Reinhardt comes in handy in this situation because once the enemy Bastion is spotted, Reinhardt can charge at him, can pin him, and basically this move alone will cut out the enemy Bastion's half the life point, and your Bastion will be also focusing fire on the enemy Bastion, so you can kill the enemy Bastion relatively fast, so that he won't cause a lot of damage to your team. So yeah, enemy bastion absolute top priority. And as you can see, we're off the church and now we're going to the payload. You will encounter a little, like one or two enemy forces on your way here, not a very big deal. I think Blizzard did this intentionally because they want to recharge your ult. And speaking of ult, up to this point, it's not necessary to use any ult, but when you're defending the payload, it becomes pretty necessary to time your ult specifically for different situations. For example, if a Reinhardt charged the first bastion, for the second bastion, it usually comes with another like exterminator, like another elite of the enemy forces. So in this situation, Reinhardt may want to use his ult to stun multiple enemies, and so that the team can do the job. And if we're like, as you can see, we're using Orisa over here too. So in that kind of situation, Orisa may also want to drop down her ult so that our bastion can go to town at the enemy forces. Okay, I think this fight is more about like practice and get more coordination with your team and everyone getting familiar with the fight. So I do hope you have a few friends can have fun with you together, try multiple times, and hope you guys finally made this and beat this level. Alright, Professor signing out. Please leave a comment below and subscribe.